We help people buy and sell homes. So, just by the nature of our work, we get to see a lot of beautiful spaces. And I do mean a lot. So how do we help people find the space and place that's right for them? We focus on the story. This is Profiles, a series where we take a moment to showcase beautiful, unique homes and the powerful stories that shape them. We have seen our clients completely transform spaces and redefine what home looks and feels like to them. We've picked out some of the best, most intentional spaces to feature and share with you. They've allowed us into their home and into their story. Come on this journey with us and start reimagining how we look at homes.
Hi, I'm Vince.
Hi, I'm Alex. Welcome to Little Wild Ones. The vision for our preschool has always been to create a welcoming space for children and their families.
We saw an opportunity here in the community. We all live here in the Bay Area, and everything is very academic. And in a lot of ways, we saw a gap in opportunity to serve kids in a new way. We call it whole child learning, and it's a way to serve kids holistically. There's 4 dimensions of it. There's the physical, there's the cognitive, and then the social and emotional. I still remember my fondest memories of my childhood was in New York, playing in the street, just throwing a football around. That's where I learned how to be a kid. There was no responsibility, so to speak. Homework was the last thing on my mind. And that's really what Little Wild Ones is. We call ourselves the anti-school school. It's a place where kids can just be free to be themselves. And interestingly, you actually learn a lot through that.
Whenever I plan something, I pick out what I want or what my heart desires, and I give Vince the analysis for budgeting. And he gives me the yes, he gives me the no, and that's kind of how things get formed.
We always like to call this like an urban playground, if you will. Right? This is a place where kids can feel like they're in wilderness, they're in a forest, and yet they're a hop and a skip away from El Camino. Our core philosophy here at Little Wild Ones is built on this idea of whole child learning. It really stems from this insight, this fact that 80% of the child's brain is developed by age 7. Right? So we see that these early formative years are so important to really create the baseline, the foundation of who these kids will be in the future. And so it encompasses 4 dimensions. 1 is physical, 2 is social, 3 is emotional, and then lastly is cognitive, right? So each of these areas are really integral in building the complete or whole child. Here in the Bay, we have a tendency to focus on certain aspects, and we're all prone to that, right? We're all prone to feeling like we're behind. Kids, we're trying to push them, and in this pursuit of pushing them, we actually lose sight that play is the foundation of how kids learn in this day and age, and historically as well. We wanted to create, flower beds that kids could just dig through, rummage through, a sandbox that could be reimagined as a new planet. We also added, small things like an outdoor sink that was right at eye level for kids, so they could just come up to it and wash their little hands and not need permission. This is an intentional space for them, not for us. At the same time, we hope that parents coming in feel like they could spend time in this space as well and feel like aesthetically, to the concept, to the structure, everything kind of fits their ethos.
The emotional learning similarly happens in and around their peers, us as teachers. They're learning how to regulate adult emotions that they're born with in their tiny little bodies. And so they get to learn how to take deep breaths through the space. We tell our kids, like, if you're frustrated, go outside and pull a weed. If you're frustrated and need some quiet time, go into the nap room and sit down and cuddle. We teach them how to take deep breaths with their fingers going up and down, just learning how to manage the vast range of emotions that they feel.
Thank you so much for watching. If you saw something you liked in this episode, please like, subscribe, or share this with somebody else. And remember, it's not just about the house you choose. It's about the way you turn it into a home. So whatever space or place you're in, keep living your best life. I'm Lolo Fisher with Metis Real Estate, and I'll see you next time.